Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to end the video, and this is a paid request for FreddyLit. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal. Do have a CashApp as well. Links are down below in the info box. So FreddyLit wanted me to react to a video from Quinns Ideas called Dune. How the hell you pronounce this? Kralizec. Leto's playing the end of the universe. This is what it says at the bottom here. The word Kralizec does not appear in the Dune saga until the book Children of Doom. It is spoken of both as a terrible fate waiting for humankind and its future. Yeah, that sounds likely. And as a rite of passage for the species. An inevitability that would test humankind to its limits, but in the end, leave them with the ability to survive indefinitely within an often malignant universe. Paul Atreides' jihad killed more than 60 billion humans, but the price of Kralizec would be far greater. I don't like Dune. Listen, I don't mind the movie by David Lynch. I saw the new one. I didn't like it. I didn't give a shit to see Dune Part 2. And I never got a request for it, so I don't think anyone else cared either. So, whatever. I don't care about the Dune story, but I'll react to this video. I'll pause at the beginning. 3, 2, 1, pressing play. I know I'm not showing the video because I don't want to get copyright. So I'll put the link if you want to watch another tab or window. 8 seconds in. But yeah, I don't want to get it blocked or anything. I mean, I don't know if this guy would be mad if I showed his video for reaction. Like Quinns Ideas, this guy does do good edits on his videos, I'll say that. Part 1, the nature of Kralizec. Okay. See, he sounds a lot more sophisticated than I ever could. $60 billion, Jesus. Religion is just too dangerous of a thing. Not religion, but people that take it too far. The overzealous Puritans are the danger. Leto, his son, okay. And there's the thing is that in the first Dune, you think that Atreides is this big hero, but then he turns out to kill 60 billion people, so there you go. Or at least people that do it in his name, this religious war. Nice artwork, very nice artwork he found. I've heard more about the Dune. It just doesn't seem like the kind of story I'd be that intrigued by, that interested in. At least to me. Some nice artwork, I'll say that. Simon Guinard. I think it's also just the way people talk in these books. Like very like up their own ass, pretentious, with all the new names thought of for these different situations and environments. How about you pray for me not to put my fist through your fucking face? How about you pray for that? Hey, be careful. Robot's coming at you, Quinn. Sorry, he had a background. Something's coming towards him. But watch out, man. Now, war from start. Huh. That's fine. I was just about to say war from Star Trek, and there you go. Wow. That's okay. That's pretty. Yeah, I guess I could see that. Like, if I do this, or do this, or do this, it's because we're used to other people doing it and we know what that means. Like, some species could do this, it could mean something else. Just that's their language. I'd be like, just get to the goddamn point. I would be like Jack Burton from Big Trouble in China. Get to the goddamn point, age. Hmm. Yeah, every religion, the end of days, the end of times. Yeah, Norse Ragnarok, not that great of a Thor movie. And yet, they're all different in some way. See, that's the thing though. Like everybody, they say, of course, they're gonna come with an end because everything has an end. Life of anything has an end. Every animal, every bud, every species, there's an end to some way, some shape, some form. Stars will end eventually. The sun will eventually end. Everything will eventually end. So they come up with an ending to it. But yet, all these have a different. So how do we know that the Norse were not right? How do we know that Christianity are right or wrong? That's the thing, is that we don't know. Maybe none of them are right. But people fight to the death to invoke a religion that may be wrong. But people don't want to say that because people get very defensive about that. And that's why religion is such. Again, the idea of being a decent person, that's fine. It's like everything. When you take it too far and too overzealous, that's where you get into dangerous situations. I'm sure there's plenty of ways to die, dude. So pretty much whip your ass to be stronger for the future. Won't get the shit out of you. But the reason won't get the shit out of you is that you to be stronger for next time. For the enemy in the future. If you think I'm bad, you've seen nothing yet. But if you could survive me, maybe you got a chance to survive him. Coming up over the dunes. Coming up from the distance. I like that last line. We'll always arise from our own ashes. Always. Fuck no. For those who are now watching, he goes, are we as a species prepared for what's to come? Our own typhoon struggle. That humanity can go through tides and flows, but what if there's an actual one-day apocalypse? I'm like, I don't know, have you seen people nowadays? Like, people that believe in the dumbest things and get complacent over the dumbest. I mean, they're ready to destroy themselves and anything else. But I mean, there are good people out there. I've seen them. A lot of people watching this. You guys have, like, to me, a stranger, you've been kind and generous to me and such. So there's good out there, and you hope there's enough good to outweigh the bad, the lazy, the complacent, and the shitty. Will there be enough, though? That's the problem. That's the question, really. Will there be enough? Will there be enough? I mean, as a society, it's hard for me to... I'll put it this way. And again, this guy, Quinns Ideas, he does a great job editing the stuff. The music he picks, the artists, the drawings that he gets. But it's hard to believe in the society. I will draw more towards the individual. You judge each one, you pick them out one by one, and then hopefully you have enough people that are sensible, that are able to survive, to keep going, to work together, and then go forward for whatever Ragnarok, whatever apocalypse comes upon us. But the individual I am sort of more on than the group, because I mean, to go back to what Tommy Lee Jones says, people are dumb. Well, a person is smart, but people... What's the quote? A person is smart, people are dumb, penalty, dangerous animals, and you know it. 1,500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was the center of the universe. 500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat. And 15 minutes ago, you knew that humans were alone on the planet. Imagine what you'll know tomorrow. Individuals may be capable of reason and understanding, but collective behavior to be prone to fear and irrational. I know it's from a sci-fi film with Will Smith, but I mean, to me, those are pretty true words. Granted, you have to be careful on which individual, but that's why you base it on individual. You judge each one individually. I mean, look how people view a collective, you know. You just see the way people behave, people treat each other, people downgrade each other because of viewpoints, and I just become more and more cynical, I guess, as I get older. Maybe that's just me. So, With that said, thanks to FreddyLit for the request. I do appreciate his request. Thank you, man. It's cool to see these artwork and learn a bit more about stuff I didn't know. Now, whether I retain that knowledge is a whole other thing, but it's cool to see. Thank you once again, man. Take care, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye for now.